How many of these adventures have you been on? Like all these hiking and
Or
camping ones?
so many.
Mm.
I've done two, three hikes through school, but then a lot more through scouts. Like I'll do maybe 3 or 4 a year at least through
Yeah.
scouts.
And like with scouts, what sort of scout organizations are there like around here? Because I've heard of scouts, but I haven't like really seen them as much. And like what sort of organizations were you with when you were with scouts? And what sort of ages are there?
Yeah. So there's the group I go to. I go to First Beaumaris Sea Scouts. So during the summer, we're out on the water sailing, kayaking, paddleboarding, snorkeling. We're doing all this sort of stuff. But in the winter, we move into just more stuff inland, and we in this hall, so it's not freezing cold.
Yeah.
So there's that one. I used to go to Third Beaumaris before then. Unfortunately, that has closed down due to a number of reasons, mainly just lack of involvement and a bunch of stuff like that. Around here, there's Sandringham, there's Hampton Scouts, there's there's first/14th Brighton Sea Scouts, and then there's 15th Brighton. They're similar, but they're in different parts of Brighton. What else we got? There's 5th, 6th Moorabbin, which is just over that way. And then there's Bentley as well.
Mm.
That's all the ones in this area.
Yeah. Are they also like competing with each other on certain things?
Kind of. There's a bit of banter between a lot of them, especially between the two Brighton ones,
Right.
saying which one's better. But I know people from all of them. So, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like a really fun sort of thing to get into, especially like as you're growing up, like with these different skill sets you get to try and learn them together. Is it like expensive, would you say?
Compared to what we're actually doing, it's not too expensive. I'm not too sure of how much the fees are. I think it's only a few $100 a year, but that gets you like all the access to every camp, every hike, and then I have to pay a little bit extra just towards the scout group to help them keep running. That's like $40 a year. So it's relatively cheap for what you're actually doing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Would you say the scouts is what got you interested to do the hiking and the camping trips, or were you already interested in that before scouts?
Most definitely on the hiking bit. And on the camping side, it kind of just pushed me more towards that. I'd done a bit of camping previously with my dad and my family and that, but I didn't know how to like properly set up camps and that. But as soon as through scouts, I could do everything properly.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you recommend scouts for other young people? Like,
Yes, definitely. It's a very good way of making friends. It's lots of awesome experiences that you'll talk about for years and years.
yeah, because you're still currently doing scouts.
Yep.
And with your mates you've made in scouts, how is it like until you're 18 you stop, or do you kind of have like a senior scouts that you continue?
Well, there's 5 age groups in scouts. I'll start with the lowest, Joeys, which is from ages 5 to 7. Then there's Cubs, which is 7 to 11 and a half. And then Scouts is 12 to 14 and a half. And then Venturers, which is what I'm in, is from 15 to 18. And then Rovers, which is 18 to 25.
Yeah.
So you'll see the most amount of people probably in Scouts and Venturers. But from what I've noticed, a lot of people, they stay in for the entirety of Scouts. But once they get to around 16 or 17 and Venturers, they'll start to taper off because, school starts to take over a bit.
Yeah.
So which is what I've done my best to stay as involved as I possibly can.
Yeah.